Okay, let's see what we got. 5 1/8. Do you really want to know what the numbers are? Okay. 5 1/8, 2 7/8, 1 5/8, 5/16. Where is my mark? 1/4, 7/8, 2 1/4. Those numbers are spot on. The board should work great with those numbers alone. But the turn is a little bit too drawn out. It was stiff through the ending of the turn instead of releasing. So I got to figure out why. (15/16). And sometimes things just pop out at you when you measure it and you go, that's why. Then other times all the numbers seem to be perfect. Then you got to look for the little details like rail transition and all of that stuff. 1 5/16. Two. 2 1/4. 2 1/8. Man, these numbers are perfect. 1 1/2. So the numbers are perfect. It's not the rocker, it's not the foil. It dumps fine. I'll double check my fin placement. It's always possible I mark the fins wrong and put them in the wrong place. I mean, I make mistakes. Three and a half and 11, that's perfect. Check the toe in. Toe in is 1 inch off the nose. The angle is right. Same fins I always use. Concave is exactly what I wanted. So now I start looking at the details, how the edge flows together. This particular one has an edge up to about here. So it's sharp. And that's unusual for one of my boards. My personal ones, I like to keep the soft back to the fin, and I like the edge to start at the fin and behind. So right at this point right here, I have a noticeable edge. Really soft, noticeable edge. You can see it. You can see the shadow right here. It's where the hot coat was built up with the dam and it was never sanded away. Has a nice edge, but that's sharp. So I have this longer edge point which will bite into the wave and extend the turn a little bit longer. So I'm thinking that this edge being too far forward is what's keeping me from having that last little bit of turn release at the end of the turn. Luckily it's an easy fix. I'm just going to sand this down, take this edge away, tuck it under a little bit more, and then go ride it again. And I would bet money on it that that would solve the problem, because all my numbers are right. So I don't even have to think about that. So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the sanding room, sand this edge off to what I normally ride, and see if that fixes the problem. Yeah, because this edge, wow. Right here it starts, and it's sharper on this side. It's a longer edge on this side, which That's my bottom turn front side. So that really wasn't the one that was catching. This is the one that was catching a little bit. But this one's a little bit sharper. Yeah. So I have this whole rail part here that's biting and engaging. And with the hot coat built up, you can see there's a little bit of a hook to it. Simple solution. I'm just going to sand it off. And that's the one thing, when you hot coat a board, you want to hot coat it perfectly so you don't have to sand any material off. You kind of want it close to finished product as possible, so there's less chance of this happening. So I would have never known what was wrong with this board if I didn't come back to the shaping room, measure it, and really dissect it. But luckily that stands out. So I got some place to go.